Around 150 kilometers east of the Turkish capital of Ankara in the highlands of Anatolia was the heart of the once powerful Hittite Empire. This vast hill-covered terrain was well protected and only accessible by way of a few gates, one of which was the Lion Gate, that was named after the twin lion statues that guarded the city. Only a few sections of the gate entrances remain, and the original stone lions are exhibited in the Ankara Museum. The gates were secured by double doors. The architects fully understood the region's topography and thus what was necessary to defend the city. In the upper city, two viaducts crossed a man-made gorge in order to connect it with the Sari and Yenice castles, which were built on rock. Hattusas originated about 1600 BC at this strategic location that had for some time been inhabited by the Hittite tribe. The Hittite Empire stretched across Anatolia and the northern part of what is now Syria. Based on the demands of Labana Hattusili I, expansion politics led from Hattasus in a southerly direction. A wall close to 7 kilometers long enclosed the whole city. It was built mainly of solid stone blocks and, in the upper sections, mud tiles. At the highest section of the city is the Yekapi, also known as the Sphinx Gate. In 1906, German archaeologists began systematic excavation, which continues right up to the present day. It is here that the wall is at its strongest. Here, the mighty sections of the wall are 250 meters long, with stones placed externally. One 30-meter-long tunnel made it possible during a siege for the city's inhabitants to make a quick escape. The elevated land upon which the ruins are scattered consist of a visually stark mix of rugged hills, gentle slopes and valleys. The area between the lower section of the upper city to the south castle contains an extensive temple district and various water collection vessels. To this day, 26 temples have been excavated which date back to the time of the great king Hattusas IV. His aim was to unite within his metropolis the many cult areas that were scattered across his empire. The third of the three highest city gates is the King's Gate that once framed two mighty towers. The huge stone carving of a Hittite warrior armed with dagger and battle axe overlooks the gate. He was once a god, not a king. The ancient city, which was mentioned in the Old Testament, was discovered in 1834 by explorer Charles Texier, but he was unable to link the ruins with a specific tribe. Hieroglyphic caves were discovered. In 1915, Czech researcher Bedřich Rosny began to decipher what was then an unknown language. So the history of the Anatolian Aegean region would eventually be revealed. Opposite lies the South Castle, also a vast cultural zone, and the Kale citadel, the seat of government. The lower city was dominated by great temples. In addition to the holy district, it also embraced the magazine, a large storehouse on each side of which was a wide street. Its rooms were up to 3 stories high and built of wood and clay, with plastered, painted walls. The shrine was constructed at the command of King Hattusas III to commemorate the weather god Teshup and the sun goddess Hipat. To this day, the meaning of the almost cube-shaped green stones of Nefrit that are in the magazine is unclear. A ceremonial street travels roughly 3 kilometers to the distant rock shrine of Yenice, home of the weather god Teshup. In the first chamber, of which the ceiling is missing, there are 66 idols moving in a procession, side by side, towards each other. One group male, the other female. And the highest gods at the head of each group appear to be the weather god Teshup and the sun goddess Hipat. A spring festival was celebrated because it was recorded that the 1,000 gods of Hatti congregated here at the beginning of the year. Next to the smaller chambers was where the death cult was situated. God Sharuma led the king into the realm of the dead, followed by the 12 gods. With a little imagination, it is possible to become better acquainted with the ruins of this ancient Hattusas metropolis, whose power and influence reigned supreme over the great Hittite Empire.